Hey guys, welcome. It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and it's Painkiller already, episode 11. You can't find us on iTunes now because we haven't discovered the problem, but you can watch it on the site. But what guest do we have today with us?
What's up, guys? This is Sandy Ravage.
Sandy Ravage. So, Sandy, have you ever commentated the video? There was one on Wasteland that might have been you. Was that you?
Nope, that was not me.
So
that
this
was
is
my friend.
First time you've ever been heard.
Yep, correct.
Well, welcome to the internet.
Yep.
So, Sandy, I got an opening topic for you. You, like me, we both have both systems with Modern Warfare 2. I came from the PS3 to the Xbox. You went from Xbox to PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Main reason I don't play a lot of PS3 is I can't find anybody to play with. How do you basically judge who you play with on the PS3? Because generally, if I find a nice person with a good personality, they generally suck at the game. I've never had any luck you getting the guy with the same charisma.
Hey.
Well, I kind of have like a set of rules if you want to play with me. Like, I don't care what your kill-death ratio is. I don't even look at it. I don't care how many kills you get in the game. It's all about getting the flags. I'm mainly a domination ground war player, capture the flag, whatever. And, shooting air support and getting flags, and you're on my team. That's it. Because all it really takes is 1 to 2 people that are out there getting the kills, running around the map, getting 70 kills a match. The rest have to be, doing a job.
So you ever ran into a guy that was so bad that you just couldn't deal with him?
Yeah.
You ain't got to say gamer tag.
There's a lot of those. You got to be nice, You play with them, but some guys really, like, are they playing with one hand or, you got to wonder.
Always bring up the guy that's paraplegic. I'm like, dude, you got a 0.7 KD. There's a guy that can't even use his hands. He has over a 1.
Oh,
how does that make you feel?
Yeah, that guy got a nuke.
For me, what frustrates me more than guys who die a lot is guys who play wrong. Like
Rushing the spawn.
If you flip the spawn too much, look, man, you're not good because you managed to get into that building at high rise. You got there because we locked the whole team down. We have the whole team pushed in there. It doesn't make you a stud to rush into their spawn. I'm not the least bit impressed. We're all working a strategy, and you're being selfish. It's inconsiderate. And that's, when we're playing a team game and locking them away from our dom flags, or we're trying to, push them out of a sabotage bomb site or whatever, and you're not playing the right way, that it's not that they're bad, it's that they're selfish. And that's what frustrates me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go over some rules with new people that I play with, like before the match. I like to go over it. If they don't follow them, I'm not going to play with them again because I guess a lot of people just don't know how to play this game. It's weird, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, I don't like it when I'm set up shooting fish in a barrel and somebody runs in and next thing I know I'm getting shot in the back. I don't know.
Yeah, you got one guy who kills 8 people on your team and gets a airdrop or something. You get the AC-130 out of that. It ruins the whole game.
Yep. Yeah, it makes it.
I wanted to ask you. All right, I'm pretty sure I've seen all your videos at this point, and because I didn't discover them until about I'm gonna say 3 weeks ago, and I love the videos by the way. But
Thank you.
for the most part, they're I really like the spaz videos. Did you use the 1887s at all when those were still ridiculous?
No, I actually didn't use those. It's weird. Maybe, a half an hour with them. I think I got one clip in all of my videos with them. I wish I used them, but I didn't.
I hoard them out to no end.
I have no
Every
doubt
class
you
I
did
had,
that.
it was marathon, lightweight. Third perk doesn't matter with the akimbo models, and they were so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
At that point, I was prestiging on the Sandy Ravage account, so I didn't, I would just pass by the models, and I wouldn't get. By the time I got back, it was patched. So,
That was my problem too. I you didn't open them till 67, so I didn't get to keep them long enough.
Yeah.
I get to 67, it would take what is it? I think it's only 10 kills to get the akimbo, and then you only have them for a little while, and they're not every map. At least in my hands, they were like ridiculous for Skid Row and maybe a couple others.
I remember getting killed by those.
If you're on Wasteland, then it's hard to use a shotgun, even the 1887, to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're G and you can go 97 kills on Wasteland.
That's true. That's true.
I gotta pick up
we
my
can't all
game.
be that good, though.
Yeah,
we can't all be.
I'm not the best player on YouTube. Sandy, speaking of that, so I've been trying to get a Sandy Ravage game, right? And I don't need a full-fledged Sandy Ravage game. I don't need to go freaking 110-3. But if I could get myself like a nice 70-7 or something along those lines with the spaz, then I'd be psyched. I'd put it out there and I'd tell everyone how I did it. So let's cover some Sandy Ravage ground rules. Spaz, extended mags. I'm on target so far?
I switch it up depending on the map. A map like High Rise would be extended mags.
I have a hard time. Can I interrupt you there? So I thought High Rise, great. Nice close quarters map. It's tiny. I'll do my thing. There are so many long sights on High Rise. I felt unarmed with the spaz.
Well, as long as you don't have the crazed teammate who runs in, you got them locked at that window. They just spawn there. You got, 16 shots in the shotgun?
Hang out in front of the left windows.
Yeah, the left window.
All right.
When they get the A spawn.
So let's talk. When do you use extended, and what else do you like?
I only use extended mags, grip, and silencer. Silencer's only as of late. That's if I just want to screw around.
But the silencer, that's not the beginner kit, right?
It's not good. No.
No.
It looks good in some videos. It's not consistent whatsoever.
Let's keep in mind we're looking for the beginner kit here. So
all right, the most kills possible.
The one I can use.
I think Woody's danced around this question.
No, I'm not.
How do you penetrate the defense?
No. I'm going for the class setup. We can work on the rest. I'm headed on this methodically here. The class setup, spaz, and then extended mags, or what else?
If I got extended mags, I'll throw on steady aim. If I got grip, like I said, it depends on the map between grip and extended mags. But if I got grip, I'm running Ninja Pro.
What is grip
and stopping power? I don't know. I think the grip, I don't know what it does. It feels like it keeps a tighter spread.
Okay.
But
I'll test that.
I'm not positive. I don't test anything.
I will. I do.
What it feels like.
I'm a stat nerd. I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So you
stopping power is a must.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have it. And I think marathon, definitely, you need marathon. Sleight of hand is good, but marathon really, you got to get in there. You can't, if you're slowed down and you can't reach them, you're dead every time.
Yeah. Now, I used to never aim down sights because from the game's perspective, it doesn't make a difference. Like, it doesn't change the spread. It doesn't change the distance. It does, aiming down sights on these guns, unless you're running steady aim and it tightens it up a little bit, aiming down sights doesn't do anything. But the other side of it is this. Your character turns really quickly when you're not aiming down sights. And then, of course, when you do, it slows you down a bit. It's more difficult to hit the target in the center when you're hip firing. Even though the bullets are doing the same thing, your sensitivity is the equivalent of 10 because you're hip firing, and when you aim down sights,
you gotta choose a lower sensitivity, no question about it. Because when you're hip firing, you have to be dead on target to get the kill, or else it's a hit marker.
I think it's easier to hit that guy in the middle of his chest when you're aiming down the sight. So I think I might start doing.
It's definitely easier to do that, but I don't. From my experience, I feel like they got to be at a medium range for the aim down sight. But I guess if you tested it, this is my experience.
It doesn't.
I feel like hip fire gets the longer range kill.
I'll test it again, but I'm pretty sure the bullets do the same thing. The difference is it's just harder to hit when you're hip firing because your character moves so quickly.
I mean, if I move it to over 4 sensitivity, trying to hip fire, I'll be missing all day. I got to drop it down to 2-3.
So the other thing, navigating the map. So that's a big deal, right? You obviously can't just run into.
You can't just blindly run it.
Yeah.
It looks like that in
does.
videos.
You watch a highlight video or something, and it's like, oh, I see what he does. He walks into a room with 5 guys and shoots.
That's
one
not
at a
how
time.
it actually works at all. You get killed every time doing that.
Yeah. So what are you doing here? What's your general thought? I guess you know where they are. You know where they're spawning. You're trying.
You know where they are because they always got the one flag. I mean, these clips are only coming when the other team, they don't try to get B. They sit on the one flag that they got, A or C. Mm-hmm. And most, there's always at least 2 routes. You'll have 6 teammates. I'm talking ground war right now. Mm-hmm. 6 teammates covering one route. I'll just slip in through the back, and you got 8 guys in front of you facing the wrong way. It's just shooting fish in a barrel.
So you just work the edge of the map so you can flank behind.
Yeah, I go right around the whole map. If you're in the middle, you're just picked off.
Yeah, and you
can't
do
do
that
anything.
same thing with or without silencer. Do you change the way that you play?
I'm a little more aggressive without the silencer, because the silencer, you got to be in their face to get the kill.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like 2 feet away. So
Yeah, it's like commando range.
I think Commando has a greater range, possibly.
Than a
Probably
silence
so.
has.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
it's ridiculous. I have a
Alright.
question. Who is that lovely young lady who did the video commentary on
Foo Fighters girl.
on that one video of yours?
You ask about 10,000 people, they believe it's me, but that sadly is incorrect. It's her name's her gamer tag is Foo Fighters Girl. She's a mod in my stream, my live stream, and yeah, we played. She's just a regular that I play with.
Is Foo Fighter someone I'm supposed to know? Does he have a YouTube channel?
I think it's the band.
Oh, really? So she's the band's girl?
I'm assuming that. I don't know.
Okay.
I think so.
Does
You
she
say
live
you don't
anywhere
own
near
a
Georgia?
purple halter top.
Does she live near Georgia?
We tried to get her to wear a little bit less, but it didn't work.
Now, you guys were saying in the stream that she was going to do another one in a bikini. Am I just being
Oh, yeah, that
gullible?
was a little, I had a challenge set out. It was my team versus her team, 6-on-6 private match.
Mm-hmm.
And if I lost, I would have had to do a commentary on that video. And if I won, she's got to do a commentary in a bikini. Well, my team won 3-0, so stay tuned.
All right. I
Good
won't
to
be
know.
watching that one. No.
I will as well. I'll be downloading that one.
Hey,
Yeah, definitely.
so you know what? Most of the guys a lot of guys on YouTube complain about Modern Warfare. They have frustrations about say the explosives or frustrations about Commando or whatever. How you feeling about the game? You play it a lot, and because you don't talk on your videos. You don't
Well,
really play
I
it
don't play it too much. I'd say I played a normal amount. I think total I got 11 days played right now.
Okay.
I try to keep it to 2 to 3 days a week because if you do play it a lot, it gets very frustrating because it's just how it is. But no matter what, I don't care what anyone says. It's the funnest game that's come out in years.
In years, multiple years. That puts it over COD 4 and World at War.
Well, see, Call of Duty 4 was a better game. I think Modern Warfare 2 is a funner game. Call of Duty 4 is my favorite game of all time. I got like 300,000 kills in that game. That's why I can't go back and play it nowadays. I played the hell out of it. So
Yeah, I see your point there. I agree with you there. Actually, I think Modern Warfare 2 is probably a funner game. There are moments that I have a lot of fun in Modern Warfare 2. If I get an AC 130 in, and I
I
kill
played
15 people with it, like
my whole game
awesome.
revolves around getting an AC 130. It's easily the funnest part of Modern Warfare 2.
I agree.
Hey, there's another thing I want to talk about. So you've got just stuff wired with the AC 130. Like I watched a video once, and you put an annotation that said, "Don't bother calling the AC 130 until the other team only has A," and that was for Skid Row.
Yeah.
Give me some
Skid
more
Row
of
is
those.
the best map.
Do you-
Skid Row is the best map with the AC 130 by
I would
far.
have guessed Afghan, but
Afghan's good, but as soon as you call that AC 130 in, they're in the cave. You get the 6 guys that will spawn outside the cave, but there's always 3 guys, at least 3 that are in the cave, and then, by the time the AC 130 is over, you got 8 guys in the cave. 'Cause you can't kill everyone. But
so talk about map and flag combinations. You only call the AC
all right,
130.
Skid Row A, without a doubt, they're spawning outside. They can't do anything. You could even send the bomb into the A house, that second floor building. But yeah, that's like 15 to 20 kills. You don't even have to be aiming.
All right.
Then that was Skid Row. Trailer Park. Trailer Park is definitely good. If
You want them to have what, C?
A or C, they're both good. C, you get the angle to send it in through both the front door and the back. You could just send the 105 millimeter in. When you got like 8 people camping, they're all dead. It's great.
So ruthless. All right. Do some more.
Wasteland A. A because they They spawn out. B, you don't want to do it when they got B. If you have to, you do. They just spawn inside that house. You can't do much about it. You get the 3 guys outside the house. Everyone else piles in there.
Okay.
But A, they spawn out by those tanks out there. You can't do anything at all. You drop the 105 millimeter. That's 4 kills. Everyone else just scatters around. You pick them up. With the other guns, it's very easy.
All right.
But the problem with Wasteland, it doesn't reach. The AC-130 doesn't reach the outside portions of the map if they're spawning at the church, say.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's stupid. I don't know why they do that, but that's how it is.
You know any more?
Afghan when they have C, obviously.
Mm-hmm, that one I would have guessed.
Favela when they have A, definitely A.
All right.
C is good, but A is way better. What else is there? What are the maps are there? I forgot. Don't use an AC-130 on high rise. I do it anyway and get 1 kill maybe.
That's a good point. Maybe if they have C, you can drop it in the
C,
middle.
you drop it through the middle, but they learn after the first bomb and they just sit there.
I love it. They learn pretty fast.
It's really boring. You just hover behind the back of the stupid building.
Somehow I
what
can't
else?
think of the maps. There's
Derail works if they have C, but they have to be spawning on the other side of the flag. You know that spawn out there by the useless side of the map?
by the past the rail cars from C.
Yeah, it's like that side of the map that's just nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
If they're spawning there, that's a 20 kill AC-130.
Nice.
But that's more team deathmatch spawn. You don't see that all that much in Domination. Vacant, that's the second best map with the AC-130.
And they have to have, what is that?
A flag.
C? Yeah, A on the outside.
C is in the computer room. It's not too good. They got the windows up top, but they're not good enough. A, it's just domination with that thing. What else is there?
I got a thing for you before we go through all these maps. And I completely forgot it.
All right.
I got it again. All right. Air support. Do you prefer using air support on Xbox or PS3?
It varies by lobby. It really changes all the time. Sometimes I'll be on Xbox, I'll send the Harrier, the thing will get 15 kills. You know, it all depends on who's playing, but if I had to pick, I'd send it on PlayStation 3. Just in my experience, no one's talking to each other, no one's saying, get your stinger out. No one has a mic. So,
Yeah.
so you can really pick up a ton of kills.
Black Ops. What are you looking to change?
Commando, Painkiller.
I think both of them. Well, is Painkiller out? I know Commando's out.
Yes, death streaks are out.
All
I'll
death
tell you
streaks
what,
are out. That's
what I would
nice.
love, and I've been asking for this for years, is the knife to be a secondary, maybe on a D-pad. I don't like that. You're walking. I don't like it at all. Like, if you're walking through a hallway and someone gets shocked, they get scared, they click in the thumbstick and you're just dead.
Yeah.
They didn't even mean to knife you.
I run on tactical,
Yeah,
and
me
when I
too.
knife somebody, I feel like it was a skill kill. Like, I
Yeah,
did something.
I can't knife anyone. I can't do it.
Although I will say I've won a lot of drop shot battles just by running tactical and panicking a little bit.
I can't even drop shot. I can't do any of that stuff. I just try to just shoot him in the face.
I drop shot a lot.
I can't pull that off.
I was using Commando a while
I
ago.
jump.
That thing's good.
Commando is awesome, dude. Like run Commando with akimbo USPs and Marathon Lightweight. Like it's as good as some of the shotguns.
Dude, it's
I'd
better
rather
than
have that than a
shotgun.
strike.
Yeah, the auto aim is strong on Commando.
I was using a tar, and anytime somebody would get close to me, like I hear somebody's footsteps, I would instantly write the gun out of my game. Like, I'm gonna knife the shit out of this motherfucker.
I suck at Commando, and I suck at noob tubing, and I hardly ever use the really cheap stuff. I'm not that good with RPGs. And there was one game, T. Martin's free-for-all game, I got caught using this stupid noob tube class. And I was goofing around, man. I'm not good with that. It wasn't a try-to-win class. I suck with the noob tube. I go negative with it.
I love it when we'll all be playing domination, and the other team will break out noob tubes, and when he's like, all right, I'm getting out the cheap class, and he does even worse.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It's like, I get a little happiness knowing that I'm probably making them mad, but it makes me even madder because I suck with it.
I do the same thing. If there's 6 people tubing on the other team, I'll take out a one-man army class. It's great. You get double nukes all day doing that.
Not me. I get 6 and 12 games.
Because ever try an AC-130 with danger close?
I'm much better with bullets than I am with noob tubes.
Let me tell you, Woody. Here's how you do it on high rise. I did this the other day. You just stand on the helipad and on the stairs and just shoot it into the window over and over and over again.
Yep.
Never move. Don't even worry if you get a kill or not. Don't even look and see if there are people there. Just shoot it.
That first video that you're famous for on Terminal, where you just like fire noob tubes towards the top of the escalators.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm not that good at noob tubing. I will sit there and aim a noob tube for like 8 seconds trying to figure out the trajectory of it, and I die. It never works. And I still miss, and it's not a good scene.
I'll tell you, the worst are the people who spawn and just tube the opposite flag.
Yeah.
What is that? Why is that in the game?
That was in COD 4 too. Like if
I know, but you couldn't do that the whole match and just get a nuke and end it.
Like in COD 4, for example, if you had C spawn on Crossfire, I would just not take that flag. I'd be like, I'm going to give them 10 seconds to see if they're spawn tubing it. And,
Ambush was a big map for that too.
Yep. So I would just sort of chill, wait to see what comes, and if they're not doing it, then I take the flag. It only takes 5 seconds to get a little head start, and then I take it.
On Bog, if you spawn, I think it's C. That's the bad spawn on Bog, whatever it is.
C.
If you spawn there, I can hit the car that's in the opposite spawn within 2 seconds of spawning with a noob tube and get a quad almost every single time.
You noob tube the car, and then you throw a grenade at the C flag, and you get 8 kills.
Exactly.
But Bog and Countdown, I would pay $20 to get those maps back in the game.
Oh my God, Bog would be. Imagine what your AC-130 would do on Bog.
It's over if they have the A flag.
One.
Hey guys, welcome.
They can't win from over here, and then they didn't even get that whole map was tilted. That C was
if you get the C spawn, you get the people just sitting in the bus, just dying repeatedly.
Sitting in the bus, or they're standing on that barrel behind the car, the shipping container, and or they're standing on the flaming barrel in the corner of the map. Either one of those, it helps your KD a little, but you're losing that game. And I'm out there like single-handedly trying to flip the spawn, and it's hard to have a good game doing that.
If I had my way, wait, what's that?
Oh, I was going to say, here's something I don't understand. It's like the way you said, you're talking about the people going back in the bus repeatedly. And we had this the other day on Afghan in the small bunker. About 3 guys went to the small bunker like 10 times in a row. Me and Wings are just sitting there with FAMASs just blowing their heads off every time. And they just keep going back. It's like a little kid, like, grabbing a hot pan on the stove, and he's like, ow! And he reaches back, ow! And he reaches back, ow! And you're just looking at him like, you're retarded.
So I'm psyched for Black Ops, man. This game, so originally I thought it was going to be about Vietnam, right? There were World War II games, there were, unspecified as stand games, and then there's, the Vietnam game. And then when it turned out to be this across time, the history of special operations from, I think, World War II all the way to the 1980s, that is a better idea than I even hoped for. So I'm psyched for it. And it opens a huge range of weapons. And some of the weapons that we've liked from, say, the Modern Warfare games, they've sort of given themselves this break. Well, Black Ops, they get weapons before they're released. So it can be in there. It was just a prototype version. And they've, given themselves a little artistic license, I think, to open up any weapon they want. I think Modern Warfare is out there as kind of an example to learn from. Black Ops might be great, so that should be cool.
I would say this. Going back to Bog real quick. I never had trouble spawning C. Generally, we just pushed up, took the hill, and spawn tracked to 1A. We spawned C.
It's hard to push the hill.
I've seen that happen maybe twice.
Yeah. Pushing the hill by
If you get B and they're spawned at A, there's no easier game out there.
Really?
But, A always
I mean,
gets
seriously,
the B
it's
flag.
all about B on that flag. It's not really
If you
like the
get
Marines
that
have
hill-
the advantage.
To me,
Yeah, because if you get that hill, they got nowhere to hide at A. They're toast.
to me,
Yeah.
if you get that hill, they still have a shot at you, and then getting back to the hill is pretty dangerous. I mean, there's frag times 3 in COD 4. Getting past the bus and over to the hill, it's a death trap right there. That's where the fish in the barrel are. That to me was always the biggest problem. The approach to the hill is easier from A than C. That's why it's so much easier to hold it.
I usually just stood beside that C container right there, beside the hill. Just picked them off while they're trying to edge off the wall.
And yeah, that kind of game, though, it gets you good KD, but it doesn't get you wins.
Yeah, if I had
It
my
does,
way,
because you're on B.
kill death.
Oh, if you have B, yeah. But I thought I'm picturing the shipping container back, I guess, next to or behind the bus.
There's a big old hill, and then there's a container,
Oh, the
and
one
then there's
next
a
to it.
car, and there's another container.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. You're talking about the midfield one. I thought you were on that barrel behind the container by the bus. Anyway.
Like I was saying, if I had my way, kill death should not even be displayed in the game. I want, I'm all about winning the match. So
You know, me too.
want-
I think Medal of Honor, and I haven't even played it yet because I'm waiting for it on the Xbox, does something that's kind of cool. They have a point streak. So kills are part of what builds it, but there's some objective
Yeah.
things that build it too. I mean, I've argued something similar, saying, hey, if you cap a flag in domination, that should be worth, I don't know what it's worth, 2 kills, 3 kills, something like that. If you plant the bomb in demo, that should get you a little kill streak. And that might be, demo's kind
Yeah.
of hard to plant. So that be a UAV right there, 3 kills, and or toward a predator or whatever it is. If they rewarded people who took those risks and had those success, then that'd be cool. Because as it sits now, there's a lot of discouragement from doing the types of things it takes to win games.
See, that's why I feel the root problem with Modern Warfare 2 is you're rewarded for not doing the objective. You get a nuke and you end the game anyway. You don't have to go get the B flag to get a nuke. You just sit in the corner.
Most players
So
can't
that's-
reliably
it's totally
get nukes.
different.
Like, you can probably fairly get a reliably nuke if you wanted one, but most people can't. But what they can do is pump up that KD number. And something
But
about the
problem is-
community, they'll look at a guy with a 4 KD and a .4 win-loss and say that he's awesome.
Yeah.
But
I don't agree with that.
He loses all his games. That's not awesome to me.
Like, not everyone could get a nuke, but so many people try to get the nuke, so they're not doing the objectives anyway. That's my
Yeah,
problem.
I often wonder about that. Like the people that I'll look back. I'll be playing domination, and I'll turn around and look behind me. And there's like 3 guys that are like way the fuck back there, away from the B flag, and I just want to know what their kill streaks are. Or whenever
Yeah.
I get killed by somebody sitting in a corner or laying in the grass, I'm like, I wonder what that guy's kill streaks are. I guarantee he's running like 9/11 nuke or something he's
Yep.
never even gonna get.
At the end of the game, he's seen like 8 combats.
Yeah,
It's like 4 and 4.
he'll
Seen 8
go
people all
like
game.
he'll go like 4-0, then die, then go 4-0 again and die. Never even get a kill streak.
I don't think there's any other game that rewards you that you could win while doing nothing. So that's my problem with the game. As long as the nuke is not in Black Ops, it'll be a better game.
Yeah, they should.
Speaking of the,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of the nuke, you've got your booster justice videos, and I was just wondering, where did the idea of that come from?
I play free-for-all all the time because, like I said, if my friends aren't on and I try to play a match and I get randoms that, try to go for nukes, they don't do anything and we lose. I can't take it. So free-for-all, I don't have teammates. I'll just go in, play for fun, and everyone's boosting. It's so stupid. So, I recorded a bunch of people getting killed and just put some Metallica tracks behind it, and it got pretty huge from there.
Hey, I got a story free for all about boosting.
Go ahead.
I was playing on salvage, and it's free for all salvage, and I noticed this guy's got attack and search sitting in the little tunnel next to B. So I'm sitting there waiting for him to spawn, and this kid comes by and he plants his tack insert right next to me, thinking I'm boosting with the guy I'm waiting on. So I shoot him, and then I shoot him again. He sends me a message like, invite me to your party, we can boost together.
That's awesome. So that's like the unspoken, like gay guys will go to like road stops and stuff, and they'll just kind of like look at each other and know. So I guess boosters just like throw down a tactical insertion, and that's your way to let the other boosters know that you're down. Oh man, no, but I love that one. My favorite clip out of all those Booster Justice videos, it's on high rise, and you're waiting on the guy to respawn, and you've got the AK shotgun pointed at him, and it's like, there's only two ways this can end, and in both of them, you die. I laugh every time.
How do you get all that stuff? So I played Duke Nukem, and I recognize some of those things, like I came here to chew bubblegum and whatever, but I don't recognize double kill and multi-kill.
Oh, that's Unreal Tournament. I used to play those games on the computer, on the PC. Like,
Are any
Unreal
of them
Tournament,
Nukem?
Quake 3 Arena. That's where
So
all
it's
my
Ludicrous
gaming.
Kill on Unreal Tournament?
Ludicrous Kill was Unreal Tournament.
Ludicrous kill.
Yeah.
That's the best one, Ludicrous Kill.
I love those are better than commentaries. Like I mean, it would be cool to hear you do a commentary and get your insights on the game. But God, it's so entertaining to hear that.
I
love
was
it.
so fun.
I was studying your stream tonight, like before I started playing, because I've been trying to get a Sandy Ravage gameplay, and I know that watching YouTube videos, and it's especially true with YouTube montages, isn't really the way to analyze how
Yeah,
to
you don't
play
get
well.
anything out of that.
No. It's like, oh, I see the good way to play. Walk into a room with 8 people. This will work out great. I should try it. But I was like, all right, so now he's streaming. Now I'm going to really watch what he does. And I don't know. I needed more spaz from you, man. I was begging all night. But I watched you in the estate. Do your job there, mowing everyone down.
Yeah, with the silent Spaz 12, you just sit in the house and just keep killing the people coming in there. It's really effective.
Yep.
I was playing a lot of free-for-all, and you don't get those kills in free-for-all. You'll generally come across one person at a time.
Plus,
So-
you asked your stream what weapons you should use.
Yeah,
their
I
name
always
is like
do
the
that.
most ridiculous. How about a WA2? What's the dolphin gun? Help me, Wings.
F2000.
Yeah. How about the F2000 with a thermal?
I won
Okay.
that match, but it didn't go over so well. That's a rough one to use.
Yeah, and then there was one where boosters won, and the whole lobby's like, Sandy lost. No,
Yeah,
that doesn't
annoys me
count.
so much. They were boosting in the rock.
Yeah, inside you
and
couldn't
fuel.
even kill him.
What am I supposed to do about that? You know? So there were 2 guys boosting, and then there was 5 people that were in the lobby screen watching in the game. So it's basically everyone versus me. They all see where I am, and it gets frustrating. That's why I like to stream, but it gets ruined really quickly. They all come in
So
there
they're actually
too.
watching your stream to know where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be
Oh,
watching
that's
the
incredibly
stream.
gay.
It's horrible,
And
dude.
Kyle
They'll follow
knows
you around.
incredibly gay. We have
Okay, you guys
Me and Woody were
experienced
playing
it.
with him. These guys would just follow him around the entire time. Every game we went into had smoke grenades and noob tubes.
Have you ever
all
seen
day.
more annoying players than that? It's horrible.
Oh, and I had a really frustrating night, and the jumping around stuff, the lag was such that I'd like run around a corner, and then I'd find myself back where I was a second ago, and run around the corner again, and
Ground War is very hit and miss with lag.
yeah, we call it lag wars, my friend.
Yeah, lag war, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's where the montage clips come from. You can't. AC-130 is useless in 6 vs 6.
I wouldn't go that far now.
It's not useless, but a Pavlo could get as many kills or more.
I wouldn't go that far either. My payload good for 2 kills.
Pavlo's on Ernest. Pavlo a month ago seemed like a pretty good kill streak.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, even my Pavlos are getting shot down before they get a second kill. It's
I'm glad more people are shooting things down.
I'm not.
That's how the game is supposed to be played.
well, I respect that they're shooting them down, but it still makes me a little sad when it happens to
I'm
me.
going to pull the FPS Kyle here. I want 30 kills on my chopper gunner. Every time I
definitely.
cast it.
I want the gun on my chopper gunner to overheat before it gets shot down. I don't. When I see stingers coming at me, I'm like, no, don't do it.
So how
Hey,
long does the chopper gunner last?
You ever been in the chopper gunner and you're killing people and you get bored?
It's
I
not
like
always
this
the
feeling.
same. The chopper gunner leaves early if you lay on the trigger the whole time, and it stays
Oh.
longer if you don't.
No, it doesn't.
Really?
40
I thought it just flies on a rail for like a minute.
No, it's 40 seconds, not counting the time it takes for it to get to the map. That's why it seems like it lasts longer.
Can you
sometimes.
kill while getting to the map? I think you could get some kills like that.
Sometimes you can, depending on the map.
I hate the chopper gunner.
Really?
You hate using it or hate having it used against you?
I hate using it. You just sit there, you get 30 kills in it. You don't have to do anything. It's
yeah,
so
that sucks.
boring. Oh no, but I don't allow it when people play with me. I ask them to turn it off because after a chopper gunner, what do you got? You got 8 guys with Painkiller. Just ruins it for everyone. If they're not shooting air support down, it's you get 30 kills easily.
Yeah, I remember like when the game first came out and nobody shot down air support, and I was in a chopper gunner just mowing them down on what's that map? Scrapyard. And I'm like a 3/4 of the way through the chopper gun. I'm like, all right, guys, this chopper gun's about to be over. Everyone's gonna have Painkiller. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because I just killed their whole team 2 or 3 times.
See, my problem is basically every map is good for the chopper gunner, and half the maps are good for an AC-130.
Yeah,
but
that's
my
my
chopper gun's
issue.
only good for 2 kills.
Except for maybe Skid Row. Skid Row, the AC-130 can do something through the...
Skid Row, if they get
Like
A, it's
flat roof?
absolutely humiliating.
Even if
Well,
they
the
have
chopper
B,
gunner will be the same thing on Skid Row because he'll just set over A if they have it.
Well, what I was getting at is the AC-130 can get kills by putting a bomb on flat roof through that giant blown-out wall, whereas the chopper gunner's worthless there.
Yeah.
It's easy to go inside.
But like on Afghan, the chopper gunner actually hovers over the spawn. It's ridiculous. They can't even put a stinger out. You're just spamming them.
You guys want to get into non-game stuff?
I got one more thing. I don't know if you wanted to talk about this, Woody. What about, I was going to bring up the kid who asked if you would do the dual commentary with him to impress his buddies at school.
He wrote back. He said that so here's the story. A subscriber wrote to me, and he said that the kid, I'm not going to mention his name, I'm not going to give any hints on who he might be, but the kids at school were giving him a hard time, and that he wanted to do a dual commentary with me so that they would think that he was somebody. So Kyle happened to be in the lobby. We were playing together, and I was like, Kyle, give me some advice. How would you reply to this young man? And he's like, I would tell him that dual commentaries with Woody Gamerstag doesn't get you the bitches. You need to join the football team and score some girls. And so he wrote back, and he's like, it's not about girls. It's that he wants, I guess, the other boys in the school to think he's cooler.
So he's gay.
No. So I don't know what I should do here. Do you do a dual commentary with a young guy like that, or what do you do?
It's like I
Charge him money.
said. It's like I said. Like, I don't. I'm 8 years removed from high school, or am I? 6 years. I'm sorry, I'm not that old. 6 years removed from high school, and it's like I told you the other night. Like if I went to school and I was like, hey guys, check this out. Open the laptop up. It's my dual com with Woody's gamer tag. We're playing Call of Duty. Then I kicked the shit out of me. Like then I took my laptop.
Yeah, I think I think that it would backfire. I think that if he really wanted to impress the kids at school, knowing me isn't going to be the trick that's going to turn them around. So, Sandy, you're in school? Mm-hmm. You're getting a master's?
Yeah, I'm getting my master's.
In New York, I guess?
Yep, New York City.
Good deal. So are you working too, or you go at night, or you doing it full time?
No, I'm doing it full time.
Is this your
job
first
market
year?
right now sucks.
So did you work before you went to school? Like, are you taking a break from work?
No, I went directly from getting my undergrad to master's.
Gotcha. So you just stayed in school a little. I don't know. Stay tight. Wait for the job market to improve.
Well, basically, this is the worst time to graduate from college. So why not?
Quite some time,
go for a master's. For 2 years.
What are you going for? Like, what are you going to do?
Computer science, focusing on database programming.
Cool.
Okay, very nice.
So is this year
It's not
one or
too
year
interesting.
2 in it?
I'm going into my second year.
Oh, right. Because it's between you. So
I completed 2 semesters so far.
So what was your? So I have a master's too, and when I was in high school, not that I got good grades, but I could do nothing. I would do like no homework all semester long.
Never.
And then I'd show up and I'd do okay enough on tests to pass courses. And when I got to college, it wasn't quite like that. I sort of had to keep up a little more. If I fell behind, I could catch up. And that's how college was. It wasn't quite so easy to just, learn a quarter's worth of stuff in the last week.
Yeah.
When I got my master's, that was just about full speed for me. If I fell behind, I don't know if I was even able to catch up.
It took me a couple months to adjust to it. It's insane.
So you're having the same experience. You're not some freaking
one class is like
brainiac
taking 3 undergrad courses. And I don't take more than 3 master's classes at a time. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I work so hard. So I took 2 courses at a time, but I also had a full-time job and a family, and it's a lot. You really learn time management when you're at that sort of thing.
It's pretty insane.
There's something about school that work doesn't have. Right? At school, they occupy you 24/7 every day. You can't go to the movies without thinking that there is some report or project that you're supposed to be working on. Whereas at work, you're kind of allowed to have life outside of work. It's part of the deal. And, there's sometimes at work it's almost 24/7. But oftentimes you leave work and you're not supposed to be working anymore. They even want you to have a life outside of work to keep you as a long-term happy employee. School, they don't have any of this long-time happiness objective. That's not really in their to-do list.
Because you go to class for an hour and 40 minutes, then you go home, you got 8 hours of work to do.
It's huge.
It's like kind of the opposite.
So, did you do anything that made you feel smart yet?
No.
No?
I'm still lazy, I don't feel like a smart person, so.
I
do like huge projects, 80-page programming assignments or whatever, but, they look good, but I don't feel...
Really? Some of those bigger projects, as I was doing them, increased my own sense of self-worth. Like, I would do these things...
A little bit.
And I would be like, you know what? The other people I work with, they drown in this stuff.
I'm a little surprised I could pull it off at the end.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's kinda
But
cool.
I wouldn't show it off to people.
No, it won't make you popular with the bitches, according to Kyle.
No, they don't want to see SQL.
No.
After hearing this, I think Kyle made the correct business choice here.
Oh.
Car salesman
I'd
don't
say
sound
so.
too bad.
There you go, man. Straight out of high school.
Yep. No debt. Way to be.
Loving it. My mom's got a master's degree in early childhood education, which basically means she's the highest paid kindergarten teacher in the world. And I'm like, I just went straight out of high school, working out pretty nice for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're saying that college isn't necessarily the sure thing route that it was like 20 years ago. That there's a viable career path that can be just as good for guys who don't go to college.
I mean, at the jobs I'm looking for, a master's degree only adds a half a year of experience. And they're looking for minimum 5 years experience. It's not helping. So it's all dependent on the job market.
Where I work, it helps. This internal ball here, but if you get hired with a bachelor's, you're a pay grade 4. That's it. It's not negotiable. You're a pay grade 4. If you get hired with a master's, you're either a 6 or an 8, most likely a 6. Mm-hmm. And that means that you start off, it probably takes 3 years to get your first promotion, and that's about the jump on everyone else that you get there.
That's cool.
Yeah. And if you come in as an 8, to come in as an 8, you would probably have to do something during your master's that kind of distinguishes you. Maybe you have a pretty good internship under your belt. Maybe you were president of some, society that went really well, and you kicked butt in your interviews. You might come in as an 8, and that puts you a good, 5 years.
Did you have to do a thesis in your master's?
Nope.
Man, I'm glad I didn't go for my master's.
It's not fun.
Now, let me ask you this. What does this buy you, seriously, other than ass amount of tuition debt?
Well, for my
like
master's, I went
Oh,
during
go
work. So my employer paid for everything, which was kind of a sweet deal. A lot of employers will pay for continuing ed. And, it's a resume booster. trying to, how do I say this humbly? There's about...
Say it unhumbly, because
right.
I deal better with that.
So the entire IT department where I work is probably 3,500, 4,000 people deep. And in terms of pay grade, I'm probably in the top 30. So that's what a master's gets you.
Now, does the master's get you Cadillac or Maserati?
Probably Cadillac. We're not Scrooge McDuck over here. But,
always gotta be. Why do I have to be Scrooge McDuck?
Hey, I didn't call you out, man. It's you. You were the one who announced yourself to be Scrooge McDuck. I was just saying that I'm not Scrooge McDuck.
I do not have a giant vault full of gold, and most of our subscribers are too young to remember Scrooge McDuck.
Kyle, can I swim through your vault of gold if I go visit?
No, you cannot. I want to talk about Mel Gibson.
Yes. Let's talk about Mel
Gibson.
Gibson.
About Nukem Forever.
Okay, so first of all, Mel Gibson, one of my favorite actors of all time, and he can do no wrong in my eyes. Let me just say that
Wait
right
a
off
minute,
the
he
bat.
just did some wrong. Continue.
He is the road warrior.
Hey, before we jump into this, let's leave that one part toward the end of the story out because we did lose podcast 9 over something.
No,
right,
we've got the podcast marked as explicit now. We should be able to cover that stuff.
Okay, I can drop the N-bomb then, okay.
Be gentle.
All right, Mel Gibson, in case you guys don't remember, back in 2006, he got in this drunken argument with Malibu police officers when he was arrested for drunk driving, in which he, talked about how all the fucking Jews were responsible for all the wars in the world, and then he called the female officer sugar tits. He's like, what are you looking at, sugar tits? And he got in trouble for that. And, doesn't faze me one bit. I'm not Jewish. No problem there. I don't have sugar tits. Doesn't bother me. So, recently, not too long ago, he divorced his original wife, to whom he'd been married for, I believe, 27 years, remarried this 40-year-old Russian chick who's pretty hot. She's 40, he's 54. They're going through a divorce right now, and she recorded his phone conversations and kept his emails, kind of a Tiger Woods type situation. And I'm going to read you a couple excerpts of what he said to her. He says, "How dare you act like such a bitch when I've been so fucking nice to you? I'm going to come over there and burn the fucking house down, but you're going to blow me first. You look like a fucking pig in heat, and and it's not going to be my fault when you get raped by a gang of niggers."
Mel Gibson bringing the class.
Wow. All right, now let me just say this. Sometimes bitches don't know when to stop. All right, first of all, when everybody out there has a little bit of racism in them. I don't care who you are. If, there's some Asian guy out there who absolutely fucking despises Eskimos. For whatever reason. He hates them. Everybody has a little bit of racism in them. And when you're drinking and you're dealing with a serious situation like this woman who's divorced you and going to take half your fucking millions and millions of dollars, I can understand a crazy outburst. He is the road warrior. He can do no wrong. That's how I feel about the situation.
I think he made a mistake there. But that's not a very nice thing to say. And I think it's hard to argue otherwise.
I think he's too good of an actor and got too much money to even give a fuck if he messes up and something like that. Publicity like that's never going to kill his career.
No, somehow Mel Gibson is allowed to be an idiot. He'll have a new movie and he'll be funny in it. And
hey, did you see Edge of Darkness? That shit was fantastic. I would pay to see another Mel Gibson movie.
I want to see Braveheart Part 2 where William Wallace comes back.
I want his head to come back on. I want him to be William Wallace Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. I want it to be like a futuristic movie where they thaw him out and put the pieces back together, and he's like, "I am William Wallace."
No, dude, I got it.
In with that claymore.
He respawns 15 feet away with Commando.
There you go.
And then takes out the guy who operated that guillotine.
Mel Gibson has made some of the most amazing, great, entertaining movies. Lethal Weapon. I like Signs. Signs is one of my favorite movies.
Signs was good.
Did they shelf Fury Road?
I don't know.
I know he did it, but it has never came out. I wonder if he finished it. Mad Max 4 Fury Road is what I'm talking about.
I'll check. 2012 is when it comes out.
2012.
Nice.
So yeah, we got another Mel Gibson movie in the works.
He's not listed in the cast. Charlize Theron is though, and so is Tom Hardy.
Well, he did it. He did it because I remember hearing an interview about him on the set of it. So who knows?
I like Mel Gibson. That's a pretty crazy tirade he went on there, but I'm not going to hold it against him.
I don't hold anything like that against anybody. Most people, like, you say a mad word, they go,
like, dude, like we've all been in situations where somebody you're just furious and you hate the person and you'll say like crazy off the wall stuff that you don't even mean. You just want to like say the most disgusting, hurtful thing you can to that person and then beat them up a little, even if they are a woman. I mean, shit happens. I'm not holding it.
Spit on your mutilated tits, bitch.
There you go. Perfect example. That's a little fucked up, though, Wings. But even though you go that far.
Yeah, wait. All of a sudden, you lost me a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Hey, so this one, I think it's time for Cool Story Bro of the Week. You guys down for that?
I'm ready.
So, Sandy.
I still want to hear Sandy Ravage's take on Duke Nukem Forever. We got to get this one in.
Duke Nukem Forever?
All right.
That thing's over. Why, have they mentioned it coming back out?
No. I just want to hear your take on it since you have all these Duke Nukem soundboards and all.
I haven't actually played Duke Nukem since I was 10 years old, so...
Come on, you didn't play Duke Nukem 3D when it came out?
Yeah, what was that, 96?
Yeah, that was a little while ago.
Something like
I was
that.
10 years old.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I loved the game. I played it every day. It was my first multiplayer game.
I wonder if Duke Nukem Forever, they were serious about it the whole time? Like, every so often you'd hear, oh, they're scrapping the engine, they're starting over.
Well, that was the whole problem. They would switch the engine every few years, and eventually they ran out of money.
But I used to wonder if it was even true. Like, sometimes I think they reinvigorated Duke Nukem rumors just to play with us. Like, oh, trust me, it's still coming.
They put out that trailer like 2 years ago.
Actually, Take-Two Interactive has picked Duke Nukem Forever up.
Cursed.
So it's still got a chance to come out.
Hey, if they made it, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell.
Oh,
I don't think it'll be a good game though. I don't think it'll be good at all. So
you don't think it'll be a good game?
No.
I don't know. Duke Nukem game. Well, there's only been one good Duke Nukem game. The other two kind of sucked. Actually, the other three. I didn't really I didn't really like Time to Kill. It was a cool game, but like Duke Nukem 3D is the only standout, and the first two on the first platform kind of sucked. I mean, in the first one, he had fucking pink. What?
Was the side-scrolling ones?
Yeah, the one where he had like pink underwear on and shit.
Yeah. It's a little weird.
I just went to
John St. John's still alive.
He is. I was actually gonna contact him. He offers a service for custom Duke Nukem quotes. I was gonna have him say a couple, do a commentary for me.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh my god!
There's a little disclaimer. It says for private use only. I was thinking of working around that.
Yeah, you could talk to him about it. I bet if you showed him your YouTube channel and how it didn't really make a profit, he might be down. But how cool would it be if Duke Nukem was like Sandy Ravage?
That would be
beastly.
the ultimate thing ever.
That'd be so.
I was really gonna do it. I don't know why I didn't. I couldn't think of a really good line for him to say.
Oh, just get your name in
How
there.
much do you charge?
I think it's like $50 for 30 seconds, which is not that bad.
Oh, I was gonna say,
it'd be a lot in 30 seconds.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put out like like one random word after each one.
No,
you know?
but I mean, you could get him like multi-kill, right? I mean, you could say, all right, I want a half a dozen of those for $50, or maybe even 10.
I mean, but it does say private use only. So is that an issue? I don't want to get sued. I got enough Metallica on my page to go to jail for like 100 years.
Metallica especially, they're not really pro Napster.
Lars is not happy.
You need to quit having the fucking Infinity War message you.
Yeah, that brings up another point. YouTube has this, I guess, a new copyright filter. They're getting on all of my videos. I don't know if that's trouble or not, but they might. I don't know. Like if YouTube has a problem, they might shut my channel down. Every single video has music on it.
I wouldn't really care if they put my channel down. I'd just restart it.
One video.
Yeah, I would have to somehow get it out there that I have a new channel, but
One
I don't
video,
think
I'm sure the community would rally. Yeah, it'd be no big deal.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
You'd have 30,000 subs in a day.
I just don't want them to pull down. All my biggest videos, Booster Justice and all that. They now have copyright content or whatever. I don't know if that even matters.
It doesn't. If the little song thing pops up, and you're good to go.
It's not even showing up, but I get an email for each one, but it's not telling you what song is playing. I don't know. It only happened last night, so...
Kyle,
it might
aren't you our
work out.
resident in trouble with YouTube expert here? Do you have any advice?
Yeah, actually, I just got my second strike a couple days ago, so I'm down for about 2 weeks. Be back with you guys sometime soon on FPS Cow. Basically they're just contacting you to let you know that there's something fishy going on, but they're not going to take any action.
I already have one strike.
What was your strike for?
If you could,
I was uploading Modern Warfare 2 gameplay November 5th.
that'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be back with Black Ops.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, man. I don't know how you got your copy, but I've already made arrangements. I'm going to get myself a
I'll
copy.
get it. New York City gets like the first shipment. You just walk in with straight cash and you get the copy.
Yep, I'm going to Best Buy.
Kyle, you have a hookup like that?
Yes, I do. You want a copy?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Anyone out there, if you want a copy of Black Ops a month early, they're $300 a piece.
$300.
I don't think that's our price, Wings. I think
That's
Kyle hooked us
crazy.
up.
Unless you're a YouTube commentator, then they're only $200.
I can swing 100.
I'm not kidding.
Cool story, bro?
Do it.
All right, so Sandy, here's the deal. Every week I have the guest host choose which of my cool story bros I tell. And let's see, which titles do I want to throw at you? Woody Saves 130 Lives. That one's not as good as it sounds. Woody's Adventure in Poverty. My Worst Beating Ever, and my personal favorite, Woody's Testicular Torsion.
What was the third one? Your worst beating?
Yes,
Like a physical beating?
absolutely.
I gotta hear it.
Oh, fuck. No one picks Testicular Torsion.
We
All
don't
right.
want to hear that.
It's better than you might guess. So, let's see. I got into a car accident, and that caused my my bone to hit my ulnar nerve, and then over the course of a few years, tumor grew in it, and I had surgery to remove this tumor from my nerve. And because of that, my arm was paralyzed. So, I had this surgery, and it was kind of a big deal. It went like 8 hours long, and the guy like carefully tried to remove the thing from the nerve without damaging it to whatever extent he could. And when I came out, my arm was paralyzed. So I'm in the hospital for like 3 days, and I come home. And the day I come home, my buddies sort of rally around me and take me to the boardwalk. This is in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I'm still
I ain't
like...
trying to stop you, Woody. I think you've told this one before.
You've told us them before.
Awesome.
Should I
Then-
switch it to testicular, whatever?
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Thank you. I told that one already. You want to do the testicular torsion one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I'm 15 years old. I'm sitting in biology class, and my balls hurt, right? That's where I am on this thing. And, you know, whatever, jeans are too tight. Sometimes you got to adjust and fix this. But whatever, you know, moving around and dealing with this is not solving my problem.
I'm
And,
starting to feel uncomfortable.
yeah, well, I'm starting to break out into a sweat at this point.
So am I.
And it's kind of escalating, the pain I have in my nut. So so I walk up to my biology teacher and I tell her that I need to go to the nurse. And she was kind of a stickler. She didn't let anyone go. But I was pale and sweaty. And she's like, yeah, you can go. You don't look good. So the nurse was fairly hot. And I get down there and I'm like, you know, my testicle hurts. This doesn't seem right. And I'm secretly hoping for an exam from this, from this woman, but that's not how it actually went down. How it actually went down is she got the gym teacher, and this guy comes along. He's like a 250-pound musclehead, and he grabs a nut and he's like, "I'm not a doctor, but that's not right. That thing is too hard." And so they were kind of considerate of it because I'm nervous about this getting out to the entire school, and they plan it so that it's not between classes, like where everyone's sort of traveling. Everyone's in the classroom, and they have an ambulance back up right to the nurse's office and sort of scuttle me from the nurse's office to the hospital. And at this point, I'm moaning and complaining and just letting everyone know about the pain I'm in like a bitch. I'm just like it hurt a lot, and I didn't make any effort to hide that. And it turned out to be a good thing because I got some real good attention. They put some sort of like ink in my blood, like radioactive thing, and they could tell the blood flow. and my nut wasn't getting the blood flow that it should have. So apparently your testicles attached to your scrotum by some like spider web type of thing, and I didn't have that, and so it's spinning inside the scrotum, and the one of the cords that gives it blood flow.
Everybody else getting paid for this.
And the blood flow's not getting to it, so that's the deal. So they quick schedule this surgery where they slice my scrotum down the middle and untwist it. And in this, any like modesty I could have possibly had is gone. You know, my mom is looking at my 15-year-old nutsack and like, oh yeah, it looks tightened up. I don't know. Yeah. And doctors and nurses and, you know, teams of 8 are examining me over the next couple of days. So I probably only missed like 4 days of school, but with the weekend in there, I had a good, 6 days of rest. And then I had to go back to school. And when you're healing, there's like some gauze you put on the thing to deal with, stitches like you would anything else, I guess. And so I'm back at school, and I had to wear sweatpants because you can't, like, pack that baby in. You got to give it a little room to breathe while you're getting better. And just the way the gauze kind of, like, propped everything up, I was looking hung, and I had sweatpants on. And I would strut through the halls of my high school like a peacock with my cock out. I would just like, I remember girls looking at my package as I walked down the hall because it was so pronounced. It was kind of like stuffing a sock underneath it because of the like bandaging around it. And and I was rocking the big boy there. And eventually got better. I was nervous about fertility for a little while, but I had a couple kids since then without much trouble. And I'm good to go.
Woody, that story just made me so uncomfortable. I can't tell you. I feel like that's awful.
It happens, man. Had a twisted nut and pranced around school like a peacock with my cock out.
And as uncomfortable as that makes me, whenever I was watching the Discovery Channel once, and they were talking about stones, like kidney stones. Mm-hmm. And they showed like pictures of them, and some of them they're like these jagged chunks of calcium, and some of them are like big. And that's the same uncomfortable feeling I just got from that story.
I've heard that's one of the most painful things.
My dad's had 9 of those.
Why? Yikes!
They say that's.
I would feel bad, Sandy.
I got them coming.
Ooh.
My grandfather had like 6 of them. My dad had 9. They're coming right for me.
Yeah, you probably won't go through your entire life without it.
He said it's by far the worst pain he's ever felt. Each
they
one
say that
never
it's
gets
second,
better.
second only to childbirth.
That's bad.
Huh.
Yeah.
You get
By the way,
tubes inserted.
They got like lasers and shit now that can crush them.
Yeah,
but apparently that is worse pain.
Really?
As long as it's not in my nuts. If it's like worse pain in the stomach, I can deal with the stomach pain a little bit more than nut pain.
No, the pain is the tube that is inserted.
Tube that's inserted. I thought
There's a tube
that is inserted. Yeah.
There's a tube. I didn't know there was a tube involved.
There's a tube.
There is a
tube because it has to open it. It has to make a wider opening.
Can they cut?
You gotta cut your penis in half like a loaf of bread from like Italian bread. That's not good.
You could go in from the.
It's like a hoagie
somewhere.
We went down a road I did not intend to go down.
Yeah. I don't want a hoagie piece.
Stuff's not going in there. They're going to have to cut.
What, are you talking about having your nutsack cut open? You worried about cutting a penis?
Yes, actually.
No, it's a series of tubes.
That like the internet.
A series of tubes. What is this, what? No. No.
Hey, you give me a bottle of whiskey and a right hook, I can deal with pretty much anything.
Oh my God.
Right.
No, I'd be like, all right, look, no, you're just going to have to cut me open. I know my kidney's back here on my back. And they're like, no, sir, that's not how we do it. You cut or I cut?
Going from the back.
You gotta give me some more feet over here. Give me a drip.
That's how we're going in.
And when I look back at the whole experience, it wasn't so much the painful ambulance ride or any of that business. The thing I remember most was strutting the hallways of high school with the equivalent of like a sock in my pants.
Nice.
Proud as can be.
But you could have kept that going home by putting a sock in your pants. You didn't have to have the scrotum cut open.
Yeah, looking back, that would have been a wiser course of action. Hey, I've got a subscriber brought this question into the podcast. What's the most angry you've ever been at a video game? What game was it, and what was the damage? Broken stuff. Sandy, can you go first?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't get mad at video games. I just don't. I've had friends who go ballistic, like they knock their TV over and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like they look like the Halo kid, that crazy German kid or whatever that was.
I know him.
The kid with the milk on his face in Call of Duty.
No, wait a minute.
I don't get mad. I'm very easygoing.
I rarely get mad, and even when things go, not to say I've never gotten mad, but I'm more likely to do a darn it, this isn't working out than I am, a total flame.
I laugh it off.
I often do too, but I've also been mad. Come on, never, lifetime.
I don't. If I broke a controller, I'd be really pissed. I don't do that. I'm very calm.
Yeah, I've never broken anything either, but I threw a controller once.
I get mad. I'm never gonna break something though.
Yeah, that's me too. Like, I don't understand the whole breaking stuff and punching walls. That's
just
like,
psycho.
all right, I'm mad. It's like, all right, I'm pissed off. I'm mad. Now I'm gonna destroy something I enjoy. Like, no, that's just gonna make me madder.
There was a time. So here's what happened.
Yeah, you're waiting for me to get it right.
Yeah, we're saving you for last, man. I know. I don't even know what your story's going to be, but here's mine. So I was playing Call of Duty 4. This is when I first started playing Call of Duty 4, and I was kind of making my transition from negative to positive player. And because of the way that kill streaks work in Call of Duty, that transition is a really cool one. You're a guy who suffers from air support to the guy that makes the other team suffer, and that's what's going on. And I had played on a 32-inch traditional TV, like a CRT, and I had bought a 52-inch plasma. And I had so much hopes and expectations wrapped up in this plasma. Suddenly I was going to have 16 by 9 and perhaps a wider field of view. Suddenly I was going to be able to see enemies that I couldn't see before because they were just about invisible on that CRT. And I thought that it was going to really instantly improve my game. But what happened is it was the wrong TV. It was this Vizio, and they're notorious for input lag. And the things that I was seeing were things that happened a minute ago. It was like the worst network connection you ever had. It wasn't so much a TV as it was a newspaper. It was telling me about things that happened in recent history. And I went negative every single game all night, which wasn't, it didn't fit how well I could play at the time. And I ended up cursing every game, and I threw my controller and the battery popped off. And I went out. You know how they say don't drive angry? They should say don't shop angry for me, because I went out the next morning and bought the best TV I could find. Brought that home, and that was my rage story. But Wings, you're clearly gonna win this.
18 PS3 controllers, 3 Xbox controllers, 2 TVs, 1 keyboard, 1 handgun.
God, you broke a handgun?
Yeah.
How did you break
Just
a
hitting the
handgun?
Xbox with the handgun.
No, it's a high point. But
oh well, yeah, that'll do it.
well, I have what I have is basically this brick imports. It's not like the fake brick, but actual brick masonry. Mm-hmm. But I live in a double wide trailer. And basically what we did was we cemented the foundation and put the footers into the cement and then bricked under the house and made brick porches. Well, I got mad and I didn't want to, because this just happened after I busted a TV. I busted a 32-inch HD TV. I just kicked my foot right through it. And so I grabbed this high point handgun, which I had right at the time, and I took the clip out and I threw it. And then went out on the porch and I just spiked the shit because I was still mad. And the shit just went in pieces. It warped the frame of the gun. All this.
And this was seconds after you broke the TV?
No.
Oh, it was a day.
I broke the TV. I broke the TV a week before. I didn't want to do it again because I just replaced the TV.
So
can I ask what caused this?
Yeah. Mostly shooter games.
Like a noob tube?
Oh, it does. It takes little things to set me off. I hate losing.
Building rage.
I hate losing with a passion because video games is one of the things I've been always very good at, and I never have a network connection to fulfill my actual playing ability, and that pisses me off. Yep. If I can't get on the phone. I got on the phone with we have HTC here, which is Ori Telephone Cooperative, and I was talking about line speeds. And they were giving me some bullshit like, well, for $200 a month, we can give you 3 up and 2. We can give you 3 down, 2 up.
Yeah.
$200. You better be giving me a blowjob with that shit.
Oh,
I was screaming at the guy.
the podcast is marked explicit now.
I mean, I get mad. It pisses me off how bad my connection is, just because I live a little bit outside of town. I live about 4 miles outside of town, and they're just too fucking cheap to run fiber optic in a rural area. Fucking faggots.
I wonder how much it would cost to get a good connection at my house. Like, I called Time Warner, but like, maybe I need to call someone else and see what. If I could drop a one-time, $800 or $900 to get something run out here with a decent monthly fee, I'd seriously look at that.
Yeah, I'm about to check into that tomorrow. Actually, Machinima finally paid us, and I refused using my own money for that, so I may use that money.
I think my favorite one though is my first Xbox controller. I was playing a game of Karachi, and I was just doing bad. I think I ended the game like 8-8 before I rage quitted, and I was just so mad. I took the controller and I spiked it, and the controller didn't break, and that pissed me off. So I picked it up and spiked it again.
Oh. No, so after I threw my Xbox controller, and it didn't break, the battery pack popped off, I kind of felt a little ashamed. Like, I'm past this. I shouldn't be raging like that. I should have a little more self-control. How are you feeling when, like, post-rage?
Me?
Yeah.
How do I feel like that? I feel like the fucking controller deserved it.
You failed me again for the last time.
Piece of shit. Why'd you work?
But, like, there must be this sort of, like, let's take the TV one, right? You broke a 32-inch TV, and I bet you didn't want it broken 5 minutes afterwards. Do you kind of, like, say, wow, that...
No, I'm the kind of person that will blame the TV, like you said, for input lag. If your ass would have worked, your ass would have still been working. I got mad I had to buy another TV.
Man, mine was input lag. I played better as soon as I got the new TV, and it had this like blindness thing. Like when you turned your character, not only was there input lag, so I saw things late, but the refresh was so terrible that you were pretty much not able to see what was happening on the screen, which is like a big gray blob as your character rotated around. So when you like drop shot or work your way around the corner, you might as well close your eyes, and it was just unplayable.
Yeah, like I'm kind of mad at my TV right now because I paid $1,800 for it. It's like a 60-inch Samsung, and when I bought it, I didn't have the knowledge I have now. Like I wish I could go back and rebuy a TV, and I just don't want to like drop, because I'm never gonna get $1,800 out of TV again. I might get $5, and I want to use the TV to its extent. It's a fantastic TV, but I could probably get a better TV more suited for what I do. Because 60 inches is way too big for video gaming, especially as close as I sit to it. I have trouble, looking at the UAV because I have to actually move my eyes over, and that'll make me lose sight of shit that's happening on the right side of the screen.
Or
and
like,
I've died many times because of that.
Another situation, like let's say you're on that little porch, the like trick spot you jump to from the flat roof on Karachi. You know what I'm talking about? And you have a view of the triple story and down the hall and down the alley. It's kind of hard to watch on a big TV 2 spots like that. And there's a million situations where you have to keep an eye on the left and the right. And if it's 60 inches, that's not peripheral vision.
Yeah.
I actually have a little hint. Play on a computer monitor. That's what I do. I've played on my 55-inch TV, 40-inch TV. Nothing compares to the 23-inch computer monitor.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a 22-inch computer monitor. It's like not the best. I think Woody tested it. But I don't feel like unhooking it and hooking it back up to my computer every time. I wish I could hook my Xbox through my computer.
Yeah, when I set up the
That's
man
what I
cave,
do, yeah.
When I set up the man cave, I did all this research on like what the best gaming things were. And if you go to the MLG stuff and see what the pros use, they're not, rocking 50-inch plasmas. They're using 22-inch computer monitors.
How do you hook an Xbox up to a computer tower?
Well, what I do, I use the BMI Pro.
The
Black
BMI
Magic
Pro
card.
Yeah.
And that will take HDMI inputs. And the Acer 23-inch H233H model, that's got the HDMI inputs.
That's what I have. The Acer 2.4.
Yep. I won't trade that for anything.
Yeah, I did my research. Yeah, we landed at
I
the
had
same
the
spot.
I have the HD PVR, and I had to play on my 40-inch LCD. You know, I did that. I only got the BMI a couple months ago, so most of my videos are with the HD PVR on the TV. Nothing compares to playing on the monitor.
So you saying if I go out there and get a Blackmagic card and put it in my computer, that I'd be better off doing it that way than with the HD PVR?
I think so, because what I do, I mean, you could call it like, what is it, Tyrannosaurus aiming or something. You just stare at the screen. You get the whole screen in your field of vision. First thing that moves, you aim.
Here's how the connections work. You got an HDMI from the Xbox to the Blackmagic, and then another HDMI from the Blackmagic to the monitor. Right, so that's one. And then you have a separate cable from the computer to the monitor, and you just switch the inputs. You know, take it from this port, take it from this port, the same way you'd switch the inputs on a TV.
What I do, I take it a step further. Oh, go ahead.
My tower's already HDMI ready. Is there any way I can hook it up through that just to test it?
I don't know.
I don't think it has an HDMI input.
You need the input and the output.
Yeah, the BMI has a pass-through, so it doesn't add any lag or anything. It just,
you most likely have a video card that takes an output HDMI.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying because my computer monitors HDMI as well, so I got that hooked up through the tower.
Yeah. So you'd add a BMI card, and then you'd use another port on the computer monitor. That was.
Yeah, if you got a video card that has HDMI, you probably have the PCI Express slot, the BMI. You should be good to go.
Yeah.
But crack open the case and make sure you have an empty PCI Express slot.
Yeah, it's that tiny little one.
I do. I built the computer. I have one.
Okay.
I bought that for streaming, which it produces. It's like watching HD video over YouTube live.
Yeah, someone in your stream today was saying that you have the best looking stream out there.
Yeah, if you have a good upload, you can get the bit rate up to 1500. And what I do, I have the HD PVR go into the BMI so I can record while streaming. And I have the BMI. The BMI could split a component input, which is really nice.
Oh, there's one more thing I'll talk about before we shut this shit down.
I've got one too.
I recently started doing the videos with the overhead and, drawn out John Madden type shit. I want to talk about copying. I don't think kids understand how copying works.
So I replied I think I had the highest rated comment on your first one, because somebody wrote, "You copied Woody." And I replied, "Yeah." And I copied Onslaught and T. Martin, and they copied John Madden, and they copied Julius Caesar, who did it in the dirt with a stick. And, these aren't brand new ideas, but like drawing up a play is, it's new to Modern Warfare, and it's really cool. And I think that there's going to be a certain group of people who like learning from these videos that love it. But, and the end of my comment was, why don't you just give them a thumbs up instead of putting a negative spin on it?
I just wanted to get that out there. If nobody copied anybody, there never would have been anybody past Adam and Eve. Because, fucking simplicity, that's copying.
I knew that's where we're going.
There we were headed, huh? Yeah, so I think Blaine Truth, as far as I know, was the first guy to commentate. He wasn't the first guy to put video games on YouTube, but he was the first guy to do a voiceover and talk about what he was doing and maybe why he was doing it. Or I don't know what he talked about in his very first videos, but then other guys started commentating. Hutch started doing it. Beyond used to do it, and some of those early guys. So, is Hutch a copier? Lighten up. It's commentating a video game, and just because someone takes it to the next level, and I think it is the next level.
Lil Wayne's whole rap career based off copying.
Oh God, no, not Lil Wayne again.
Why do you always pick on Lil Wayne?
Because if Shorty Low didn't exist, he'd be the worst rapper alive.
Someday, if I practice enough, I'm going to get a mini Sandy Ravage game.
Nice.
Someday I'm going to go out there. I'm going to have an 80 kill game with the Spaz and an AC-130. And when I do it, I'm going to sit there and tell people everything I've learned. And I'm going to have subs that say I copied him. And it's
apparently I started the Spaz 12 movement. I don't know why, but
because you make it look like a deadly weapon. It's
a good gun. It's really good. It's fun. It's one of the few fun things that's left in the game now that people have taken over with the tubes and all that.
Hey, anybody who shoots a new tube is copying me. Oh, you guys got to stop.
No, but I'll watch one of your videos and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go play some Modern Warfare 2, get out the Spaz 12. It looks like so much fun when you run into one of those spawns and just clear out about 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah. I have montage moments, right? Like on Trailer Park, if I go in there and get by where CDOM would be.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes I'll shoot like literally 7 people in a row, and I feel like Sandy. But I haven't been able to pull a...
String them together.
Put a full game together.
Yeah, you need about, you need a couple of those to get at least dual AC-130s. Before
You need a lot of luck.
luck.
A lot of luck, a good connection, and people that aren't hiding when the AC-130 is called.
Yep. Oh, and well, that I think I stretched it out too long in this, but that that knowledge you have of how to maximize your AC-130 is a really good thing. I don't run AC-30.
More people get into it. It's really, really fun to use the AC-130.
Did they nerf the SPAs with the Spaz?
No, I don't think it was changed at all.
A lot of
There's
people
been
say
rumors
that.
of it, but it's exactly the same.
It's exactly the same. All right. And here's the other topic I wanted to bring up. So here's the deal. I'm a grown up and I'm on Xbox Live, and every so often some little squeaker will say something to me, and my favorite comeback is you're a very rude young lady, because they haven't hit puberty yet, and it'll get the whole lobby laughing, and with that the battle is won. But my question, and I'm hoping Kyle can help here, what's a good comeback for a 13-year-old? If someone gives this poor guy a hard time and he wants to have a comeback, what can he say?
Who's picking on him?
Other people in the Xbox Live lobby. And I don't know what it's for, going negative or whatever, but they say something to this kid. Oh, I know what it was. He was trying to work as a team. Something like, there's a guy at the BDOM tank on Invasion, and then they harass him. They harass him for just talking with a squeaky voice. What's your comeback? Anyone?
I'm gonna have a hard time defending that guy, because first of all, he's 13. He shouldn't be playing the game anyway. His parents.
No. I got it for you. My nuts haven't dropped at 13, but yours hadn't dropped at 18. What you got to say about that?
That's not bad.
All right, look, no, but seriously, if you're 13, you're playing a game that you got to be 17 years old to buy. Your parents shouldn't be letting you play the game anyway. But if they knew anything about what Xbox Live was about, they wouldn't, unless they're just shitheads.
Can I interrupt
Xbox
you?
Live is full of 18-year-old douchebags.
Another one of my standard comebacks is, do you know how I know your parents don't love you? Because you're playing this game with me.
I like that one. I'm going to use that one.
But, so I hear where you're coming from,
bitch.
but this guy's one of our subs. He's on our side. So, Sandy, are you any good at this? Like, I don't know how to win an argument with
I'm good at making fun of them, but they never
Exactly.
come back with anything. I like to ask them if their dad touches them where it hurts, but that's totally
Kenny,
different.
get the second knuckle in, buddy.
So,
Oh,
you're a bad person. So, Wing so far my nuts haven't dropped at 13, yours haven't dropped at 18. What you got to say about that? Is that the best we can offer this guy?
what he
There's
really
really
needs
not
to do
much
is
to
go
say.
to, what he really needs to do is go to huppetgaming.com and get on sharing gamer tags so he's not playing with mean people.
That would help. That would do it. That's another thing. Literally, now when some guy says something ridiculous, or maybe even a witty your mom joke, the fact that half the lobby is my friends, you can't win. They're not on his side. That's just the end of the story. So that would probably help him a lot.
Tell you what, half the lobby hates me when I join a game. I don't get it. Like, half the lobby will like me, and the rest just yell at me the whole time.
Is it
Half the
perhaps
lobby follow you.
your team that likes you
that's
and the
the
other
worst.
team that hates you? Is that what it could be?
Like, people on my own team, you suck, Sandy, blah, blah. I don't get it. I don't even make commentaries.
Yeah, that's just haters, dude. Anytime you seem to project yourself better than them, they gotta break you down to make them feel better about themselves.
Crazy.
I had a coworker who compared me to Obama, and regardless of where your political affiliations fall, he's like, Obama's out there. In his mind, Obama's good, and he's like, Obama's out there trying to do something. He's trying to get health care. He's trying to help people, and just by virtue of the fact that he's in the public eye, he's gathered a lot of haters. Well, that's where you are too, right? And the things I do with my channel are mostly helping people play better and helping people play the game better, every so often I do a commentary that's trying to be funny, where I sing or tell Onslaught I'm his daddy. And
yeah, but you still get bombarded with you're a camper, Woody.
I sometimes I don't really get bombarded with that particular one because I'm usually playing the objective. Usually, if I post a video, I want it to be undeniable that I have the objective in mind and I talk about it in the commentary. But I still get haters. I still get possibly a guy that attacked our podcast. I still get people hacking the Sharing Gamertag site. I still get haters out there, and I haven't given them any fuel as far as I know. But if you're in the public eye, they will find you.
I'm gonna go see Anders here. People seem to be unintelligent. Like I got invited into an Xbox Live group today. Watch, I joined the live group just to scream at them because I got tired of seeing friend request shit pop up. But I started talking to them. What?
That's not how you handle it. But go on. I joined their party just to scream at them because I didn't want to see the notifications. I would never do that.
I was just mad. I just wanted to vent. I'm a creature of emotion.
If you go in there, a lot of times they're too afraid to even talk to you anyway.
They never talk.
Yeah, they'll invite you to the chat and then they
don't say a word.
There.
Really? I've never joined one. But
I go in to calmly talk to them, to see like what they're yelling about. No one says a word and they just leave.
And I go in this thing. The first thing goes, "What you doing, fat camper?"
Oh, nice.
You should be like camping and eating ice cream. What are you doing?
I'm like, dude, do you even know how to... First thing I question is, do you even know how to play Modern Warfare 2? Yeah, I run around quickscoping. I'm like, how much success does that bring you?
Yeah.
None. At least he was being honest.
There are very few people who can consistently pull off good quickscoping games.
The worst is I'm trying to play Domination. There's people doing 720s in spawn trying to hit a no-scope across the map. What's the point?
The fact is, he started talking about quickscope and how he's a beast at it. And so I go, what's your KD? He goes, 1.4. I'm like, all right. Let's say we all have 20 kills, and we're based off our KDs. All right, you being 1.4, you have 20 kills, but you have 16 deaths. That's what 1.4 is about. All right? I have a 3.03 KD, so I had 20 kills. I got 6 deaths. Which person would you rather have on your team?
You asking me?
It's just
I don't want any quickscoper. I don't care how good the quickscoper is. I don't want him on my team.
Really?
I don't either.
You don't care how good they are. You don't want them on your team.
No.
Because even the best quickscoper,
they miss
30 and 15.
You're gonna miss when the guy's capping the flag and they're prone. You're gonna miss them. They're gonna cap the flag, and that's it. You lose. I don't need that. But then if you use a 3-shot burst, overpowered, yada yada.
You tried to tell me the UMP-45s are a problem. The hell no, it isn't. It's like a subpar assault rifle.
Toward the end, COD 4 got here too. People were like, you can't use the AK, it's a noob gun. You can't use the M16, it's a noob gun. You can't use the MP5.
Can't use anything.
Gun. Yeah, it went on that.
Like, what was wrong? The AK-74U raped just as much as MP5, but you were allowed to use it. That wasn't...
and even that, some guys would fuss about. People fussed about almost every. The RPD was a noob gun.
Single gun is easy to use, besides probably the F2000.
So Modern Warfare, I see, headed the same way. You can't use the UMP-45. You can't use the TAR. You can't.
Every video you get the.
I see Modern Warfare 2. So far, Modern Warfare 2 is the most perfectly weapon balanced.
Because every gun is overpowered, but you can't even call them overpowered. Every gun is easy to use. Nothing.
Every gun's a laser.
I think the F2000 is the most handicapped.
Yes, it is.
I've talked about this before. All assault rifles should handle like the F2000. They should be good at medium range and shit at long range.
But then a gun like the ACR, you go full auto. That thing's keeping a 1-inch grouping across the map to infinity. So
I wish I had that kind of accuracy at full auto.
I mean, the FAMAS. Like I go back and forth between COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 most days. Like, I'll play a couple hours of COD 4, a couple hours of Modern Warfare 2 sometimes. And the M16 in COD 4 I was playing today, and I just playing on Countdown. I think I went like 50-7 or something. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I had a FAMAS, I'd have went 75-3. Because I'm having a 3-4 burst some of these people if they're across the map. The FAMAS would be 1 burst in them.
I do like the FAMAS more than a Call of Duty 4 M16, which was like the ultimate gun. It shoots faster.
It's got that smaller red dot. It's so precise.
It's great. I love that gun.
I don't know. I'm just hoping Black Ops takes some of the good things from Call of Duty 4, the good things from World at War, mixes them together and makes
they got an easy job. I mean,
I know, right?
Modern Warfare 2 was a huge beta test.
Yes.
Make a good game based off it.
If you removed the explosives and the death streaks and
game is amazing.
Commando, then you'd have a really, really good game.
Like, when
I'd be
play
saying
private matches.
I was gonna say it's hands down better than COD 4.
You guys are skipping over the spawn system.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
It bothers me badly because I play free for all. The spawn system's horrible in Modern Warfare 2.
Wait. I'm going to agree. In free for all, I think you just kind of accept that the spawns are.
They're going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, people complain about you camping in free for all, but you can't move in free for all.
Right.
You shoot a guy and you run to his spot. He's shooting you in the back.
Well, see, I don't understand why they complain about camping in free-for-all, because it's not like, all right, like the reason you keep moving in Team Deathmatch or Domination is because the enemy spawn is over there. It's across the map. We got to go over there and get to it. In free-for-all, it's 20 feet to your left, 20 feet to your right, 20 feet in front of you, and 20 feet behind you. Just spin in circles. You're in the spawn.
I'll take that back. I'll take it a step further. To me, camping in TDM and in free-for-all is not that big of a deal. The big deal to me is when guys aren't playing to win. You know, whatever style you employ in an effort to rack up wins is okay with me.
Yeah.
I watch Onslaught play, and he'll defend a bomb, but he doesn't usually do it while standing on the bomb. He does it from 75 yards away, and he sits there with his FAMAS and defends the bomb just as effectively as somebody with a SPA sitting on top of it would be. Probably more effectively because he builds kill streaks. And
exactly. I mean.
You call that camping?
Camping and defending are often the same things. For example, like capture the flag on favela. If you're defending that flag that's on top of the map, I don't know which spawn that is, the one that's on top of the map.
Hey.
You've got to get in that trench back there and just wait. Like there's nothing else you can do. Like you just sit there and wait for him to come.
The crack house is the best place to defend that flag, I think. That's me anyway. Unless they have noob tubes, then. What do you do?
Or RPGs up your bitch ass.
Yeah, they just insta-death that whole room, and then, that to me is where Modern Warfare 2 is the most frustrating. Deaths that were unavoidable. They just decide you should be dead.
Noob tubes were in Call of Duty 4. The main problem is the one-man army, I believe.
Exactly.
Now, in Call of Duty 4, would you get 3 noob tubes?
2. Yeah, 2 noob
No, but if you ran the overkill class, you get 3 or 4.
You could get 4, right?
You get 4.
4, all right.
But that wasn't
That's
common,
not one-man army.
One-man
army.
Power.
20.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if y'all agree with this, but COD 4, the noob tubes were weaker.
I think they're the same.
I think Danger Close wasn't as powerful.
Oh, Sonic Boom, yeah.
It wasn't. The Danger Close is more powerful than Sonic Boom.
Yeah, it seems like I'm getting killed from 15 feet away. So
I'm
talking about just straight out the gate.
Got a new topic.
All right.
Are friendships an important aspect of the YouTube scene? And I thought this would be a cool one for Sandy because, I'm fairly social, and I know a lot of the guys on YouTube. But either Sandy travels in different circles than me, or he just doesn't hang out with other YouTube commentators.
I would be the definition of a lone wolf.
Uh-huh.
I play with my friends. That's really like real life friends. I have commentators on my friends list, but I really don't play with them. So I could see the benefit of it, but I never really got around to it. So
I think we touched on this with Blame Truth because when we talked about once you get to a certain level of popularity, you can't get friends anymore. Everybody wants something.
That's I bet Sandy sees that too. When somebody new wants to be on your friends list, don't you often feel like it's not a balanced relationship?
Yeah, everyone tries to get on the friends list. I don't see the appeal. I don't really get it. I tell them all the same thing. It's real life friends only. I got 16 friends on my friends list. I don't have 100 friends on it. So I deny everyone.
It's annoying too because I have 30 friend slot open, and every time I log on my Xbox or PS3's worse because I got 80 open on PS3. I have to go around and decline all of them just so I can, have get to my actual friends somewhat fast to invite them to games or send them messages.
Yeah, PlayStation 3, you can't just hit up and start from the bottom. You got to scroll through 1 million of those messages. That's bad.
I don't know why they send you the friend request. I think we've all said it multiple times in many commentaries and collaborative endeavors that we don't accept them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like knowing other YouTube guys, and I don't know, they go through the same thing. They have haters. I remember one day I was getting hated on a lot. I talked to Power Puncher. I was like, does it ever bug you? Because he was getting hated on after one of his podcasts. And I was, I don't know, commiserating, talking it out with him. It's nice to have, other people who are doing the same thing and working through it.
What I don't enjoy is the whole drama scene going on. It's always sides and camps, and I don't do any of that. I'll play with anyone
whenever I can. Sometimes it seeks me out, but for the most part, I don't have any drama. I avoid it.
I'm not into that.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna be buying BSN Plus?
Yeah, I am.
What are the benefits?
I'm looking at it right now. I just turned my PS3 on.
Oh.
Well, while you're looking at that, I just wanted to say in the podcast, I ordered about 2 hours ago something called a what is it? Cross battle adapter, I believe. Basically, it lets you use your Xbox controller on your PlayStation 3, and I guess that would, if some of you guys are thinking about getting a PS3 to play some of the PS3 exclusives, that would be a really good thing for you guys to get. On eBay, it's like $35. I think normally it's more like $75 or $80, but I found a pretty good deal on it.
Yeah, just add a little note to that. The PlayStation 3 Slim requires the it's like pink or purple one, XCM battle adapter or something.
Yeah, so make sure you read the specs.
The cheaper one it's way cheaper, but it doesn't work for PS3 Slim.
This is probably the longest podcast we've done.
Blink went 2 hours.
Yeah. So we should probably cut here.
Yeah.
But Sandy, thanks for coming on. Appreciate having you.
No problem.
Very good.
Been Painkiller already. Episode 11.
Later.